About a year ago, I made a video talking about what I thought the best Skywars kit was. Things have changed a fair bit since then, so I thought I'd take another shot at it. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what the pros and cons are of the 6 best kits in Skywars, and I'm going to give them a ranking. Note, this is purely my opinion, but if you do enjoy this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Let's get right into it then. Armorer. I saw a lot of people bring this one up on Twitter, so let's get into it. Armorer is the only kit on this list that has been unchanged since the update. In normal mode, you get a golden chestplate and golden leggings, and in insane mode, you get a diamond chestplate with iron leggings and a resistance potion. This kit has always been somewhat of a solid choice, however, it was nerfed in years prior where they got rid of boots. It used to come with gold boots or diamond boots, if I remember correctly. My first pro of this kit is that it guarantees armor, especially when armor can be rather scarce in normal mode, especially in teams. And in insane mode, you get a guaranteed diamond chestplate, which is also pretty good considering you may not even get a chestplate. The main cons that I have for this kit are that if you get a better piece of armor from your island or middle, the armor that you get from the kit is practically useless. I mean, sure, it's fine if you get into a fight with it and you're fighting someone and that helps you, but if the first thing you do when you go to middle is open a chest and get a diamond prot 4 chestplate when you got the unenchanted one from the kit, it's kind of useless. Another little bonus con just to stab at the kit is that the resistance potion is pretty useless. I've tried using it in the past and it doesn't really help, so it's just kind of there. Each kit I'm going to be ranking off of 4 categories: short-term viability, long-term viability, item value, and gameplay, and then I'll be giving it an overall ranking. So in the short term, I feel like this kit can be very good in the short term. I give it a 4 out of 5 for short-term gameplay, mostly because it can probably save you in a couple early fights if you don't have much from your island and you haven't really gotten the chance to get middle. Long term, however, after you get into a few fights and get middle, you're likely going to have better armor, so it's not really as good. I give that a 2 out of 5. Item value, I give it a 3 out of 5 because in normal mode, you could get both golden chestplate and leggings. That is a possibility. And in insane mode, you can get basically the same armor or better from your spawn chest. So it's kind of a toss-up. That's why I gave it a 3 out of 5. Gameplay, it's pretty standard. I give it a 3 out of 5. It's just basic Skywars gameplay. There's nothing special going on here. Overall, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's a fairly average kit, but it's not a bad choice. There are better kits on that list that may be better for you, but if you play a much more defensive game, then you could probably enjoy this kit. Farmer. Farmer was nerfed in both insane mode and in normal mode, now having 32 eggs instead of 64. The rest of the kit remains the same. Normal mode gives you proj prot leggings with 32 eggs and a gapple, and insane mode gives proj prot diamond leggings with 32 eggs and a gapple. Pros. Eggs! Eggs can be extremely useful as projectiles in fights, and obviously if you want to egg people off at the beginning and be a cheeky little sneaky guy, you can do that too. On top of that, you also get healing right off the bat and a top set of leggings right away. The iron leggings that you get in normal mode are the second best pair behind the prot 4 iron you can get at middle, and they are the best pants you can get in insane mode because you can't get diamond leggings from middle. Cons: you get less eggs than you did before, which means you can run out faster, but it's still a lot more eggs than you would expect. Another con for farmer is that you may or may not lose all of your family and friends and their respect that they had for you. In terms of short term, I give this a 4 out of 5 just because the eggs can be super useful off the bat. Same with the pants. In terms of long-term viability, I give it a 3 out of 5 because you'll still have the pants probably, but odds are you're going to use the gapple and the eggs pretty early on. Item value, I give it a 4 out of 5 just because they're very good items right away. You don't really get that from many of the other kits. Gameplay, I'm also going to give it a 4 out of 5 just because it's pretty fun to throw eggs. I like throwing eggs. Overall, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, and for my verdict, you're never going to be as good as Falcon Shock is, but it's still a good choice. Even with having less eggs, the items are still great and can help you on in your early fights. Frog. Frog was only changed in normal mode. Both modes give a full set of frog armor, which is just green leather armor with a cool hat. Normal mode gives a 20-second speed 1 jump 2 potion, and insane mode gives a 40-second speed 2 jump 4 potion. As for pros, you get a froggy hat. That is like the coolest thing ever. Let me just tell you. It looks cool. You look cool. People are just going to be scared because you have the froggy hat. Another pro is that speed and jump boost are extremely good for rushing and escaping early fights, especially the splash potion, because Scout was changed to drinkable potions. You can get off your island a little faster. The jump boost is also extremely useful for escaping fights. People will hate you for it, but it's still really easy to get out of a fight. Another con that I have is after the potion runs out, what else do you have other than the froggy hat? Odds are you're probably not going to wear it because you want an actual helmet, and the leather armor is pretty useless in insane mode and in normal mode, so what's the point? Short-term viability, I give it a 3 out of 5 just because it's good for that initial rush. As for long-term, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 because after you've rushed and whatever, it's useless. You basically have nothing. Item value, I'm going to give it a 2 just because after the potion, the armor's pretty bad. You don't got much going for you. Gameplay is a 3 out of 5 because it can be pretty fun to jump around and bounce around, but it's just, Overall, I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. The froggy hat is cute, but the kit is still behind the others. Again, as I've said before, and will reiterate again, the frog potion is the best thing, and once that runs out, you're kind of stuck with nothing. Knight kit was slightly changed in insane mode, with the helmet being nerfed slightly. Normal mode gives a sharp 2 unbreaking 5 gold sword with a protection 1 gold helmet. Insane mode gives a sharp 2 iron sword with a prot 2 unbreaking 3 gold helmet. As for pros, you basically get the second best sword in the game off spawn in both normal and insane. I would personally argue that the fire 1 iron sword is better in normal and the sharp 1 fire diamond in insane is better. But that's up to you. Depends on what you like to play with. Technically, both these swords will do more damage than the fire swords, but I like fire more, so that's my preference. I feel like that does more damage in the long run. On top of that, you get a great helmet off of spawn. It's pretty good. I believe it is better than iron helmets in insane mode. I'm not sure about diamond anymore, but it's definitely better than an iron helmet. As for normal, it's just a good helmet. What can I say? It's better than leather. As for a con, Knight is such a popular kit that you're probably going to run into a couple of them per game, and odds are you're probably going to kill some of them. Probably end up getting these items anyways because they're not like usable potions in the context of like a gapple or a potion. They're kind of permanent items in the game, so there's also always that chance that you will get that better item from middle, like that better helmet or the better sword. Still a great kit though. For short term, I'm gonna give it a 4. Same with long term, just because the items are still really good. Item value, again, a 4. Sword and the helmet are great off the bat. As for gameplay, I'm gonna give it a 5 because it's still one of the best kits for a reason. There's a reason why so many people use it. It's just because that sword right away guarantees that you're gonna be able to do a lot of damage. You at least have that one guaranteed piece of armor. It's fun. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a top kit, but that's about it. Scout. Potions were changed heavily in both modes, and swords were also changed. Normal mode gives you 2 drinkable 60-second speed 1 potions with a wooden sword, and insane mode gives you 2 drinkable 45-second speed 2 potions with a diamond sword. Pros. Speed. Speed makes Skywars a lot more fun in my opinion. I have much more fun when I'm playing with speed because I feel like the game goes by a lot faster, and it's more fun. It's easier to combo people. Now that it's drinkable as well, I find it more difficult for me to accidentally waste the potions. In years past, I would accidentally click on the potions or throw 2 at the same time. Just a waste of pots. Another pro is that insane mode now has a diamond sword, so you can basically say goodbye to the sharp 1 stone sword forever. You're at least guaranteed that, which is the second best sword you can get from spawn. My main con with the kit is that it does not have any armor, so you basically are on your own for that. Pretty much every other kit on this list will give you some kind of armor, but this one just doesn't. You gotta get really lucky with what you get from spawn in middle. Short term, I would give it a 5 out of 5 just because speed is great. Long term, same thing because speed is great, and odds are if you're pretty aggressive like I am as a Skywars player, you're gonna get a lot of other items from people, so long term, it's still pretty good. As for item value, I'm gonna give it a 4 just because I feel like it's more useful in insane mode than it is in normal. Speed is great either way, but you're gonna have more of a need for it in insane. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 just because I still think it's one of the best kits in the game, and especially now that it actually got buffed a little bit with the diamond sword and drinkable potion. situations, it's become more viable as an option in Insane. And lastly, the one we've all been waiting for, Chronobreaker. Chronobreaker is the new mythic kit that has taken the game by storm. There's no way you're gonna play a game of Skywars and not run into anywhere between 2 to 7 of these. It's a new mythic kit, and it gives almost full leather armor without a helmet with the Echo ability. The Echo ability is the new fun little perk with the kit, and basically it allows you to teleport 10 seconds backwards every 40 seconds while healing 2 hearts. For pros, the Echo ability is extremely good, especially in almost every situation. You walk off the map, boom, you can teleport back. You're in a fight that you probably can't win, you can teleport back and heal on top of that. Or if you want to be smart with it and even time where you were and do like some weird attack, you can do that too. The opportunities are endless. Another pro is that the kit is the same in both normal and insane, as it is a mythic kit, not a normal kit. As I said with mythic kits though, the main con is that it costs a lot more than your normal kit. You can't buy it with just coins, you need heads. If it's your first mythic kit, it shouldn't be that bad, but the more you buy, the more heads they cost, so it could get pretty expensive pretty quickly. Short term, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 just because you don't really need the Echo right away. Long term though, I will give it a 5 out of 5 because it can be extremely useful later on, especially if you're in a sticky pickle. Item value 4 out of 5 just because the Echo is really cool, but the kit doesn't come with anything else. And gameplay is 5 out of 5. When I was first demoing this kit out when it first came out, I was having a lot of fun with it. I thought that the teleporting feature was extremely unique, and I thought that it was a different flavor of Skywars almost. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a great kit, but I've already seen it being used way too much. The ability is really unique and adds a different flavor to the game, but I've also noticed that games have become a lot more sweaty, which is annoying, but what can you do? Hopefully this gives a bit more insight as to what the best Skywars kit may be. At the end of the day, this is just my opinion. You may have something else that you like to use, and that's perfectly okay. If you've got any other ideas for what a great kit could be, let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear it. And yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later.